Insert hilarious comment or joke about Luminara here, because I don't know anything about her. So today we're going to be painting Jedi Luminara from Star Wars Shatterpoint by Atomic Mass Games. We're also going to be painting up the Republic Commandos that she comes with. Let's do it. So first thing we're going to do is give her a spray overall of white, and then we're going to take some Smokey Ink and we're going to start putting that on her outside cloak. Then we're going to realize that we hate the coverage of Smokey Ink, and we're going to switch to a different color, Charred Brown. And we're going to go all over her dress and her upper part of her outfit here. Yep, didn't like that Smokey Ink, but I do like this Charred Brown. Again, like I said at the beginning, I don't know anything about this character. Didn't even do any research, because, I don't know, doesn't interest me. And we're going to take some brown Dubai here, and this is going to go all over the inside of these areas, and also her headdress and her pants. And we're going to take some olive drab, and this is going to go all over her sleeves here. Now we're going to take some camouflage green. Now this is going all over her skin, so on her face and also her hands. Now we're going to take some gray here, and this is going to go all over this little, I don't know what this is called, so someone Google it and in the comments let me know what the thing's called. So all over that thing, and then her bracers. It's also going all over her boots. Now we're going to take some Targor Rage Shade, and luckily because this is all browns and green browns, we're putting it over the entire miniature. And we don't want this to pool too much, so just go through, wick away any that you need, but get it all over. This is the point of the video where I'd come in and say something funny about Luminara again. But again, I didn't do any research, so not getting any of that. Now we're going back to our Charred Brown, and we're going to add in some Khaki, and we're going to do our first highlight up on all of this color. So we're leaving the recesses dark and just the raised areas. And we're going to add a bit more Khaki and do up another highlight on there. So, even more extremely just the raised areas. And we're just going to add in a little bit more Khaki and do one final extreme highlight there. Now, I can't say anything about Luminara, but I can say something about the painting process of Luminara. When I first started, I put on that Smokey Ink and really didn't like how it turned out and switched to the Charred Brown. That really bothered me for the rest of painting this miniature. So the whole time I really felt like it just wasn't turning out, didn't look good. It set the tone for my painting to just be frustrated. So it's easy to have a mistake like that derail your painting and just go, I'm putting this aside, I'm not going to finish it. But I just powered through and got it done. But seriously, the whole time I painted it, I was quite frustrated. Now we're going to take that brown Dubai, and we're going to add in some Khaki, and we're going to start highlighting up all those areas. So she's got these wrappings on her chest, so we kind of want to make sure we keep those as separated as possible. And we're going to add in some more Khaki and do up the last highlight up on there. So again, just the most extremely raised areas. Now we're taking our olive drab and we're just going to highlight up all those spots. Again, any highlights we do, we're leaving the recesses behind. And we'll add in some khaki and do another one on there. Khaki seemed like a good color to use as a highlight to lighten up our colors, because it's not exactly white, so there's still some warmth to it. And she's mostly brown, so we can use it in pretty much all the colors. Now we're going to take that camouflage green and we are going to start highlighting up her hands and her face. So the face is the focal point of the miniature, so we want to spend the most time and being as most accurate there as we can. So we really want to be careful and take our time. Now we're going to add in some bone white and do up another highlight up on that camouflage green. And we're going to add in a little bit more bone white and just get it back up to the color that we really want her skin to be. And just add in one more highlight up on everything. Now we're going to take our gray here and we are just going to go and add in this band that she has across the forehead of her head wrapping here. Now we're also going to go and add it into the bottom part here. Now we're going to take some royal purple. Now this is just going to go on her lips. So just be careful and take your time. We're going to add in a touch of bone white and do a quick highlight up on those lips. Then we're going to take some dead white and we're just going to dot in her eyes as carefully as we can. If you're not comfortable, just skip this step. Now we're going to take some Dwarven Gold and we're going to put it on all these metal bits that she has on her belt and on her brooch here, I guess. And then I was going to go through and paint every little part, but then I decided I'm just going to go over it all with gold. We're going to take some Occultist Cloak and we're going to add in a drop or two of Express Medium. Now we're going to go over all that gold that we just did. It's basically just like I was going to go through and paint every little section. I figured there's no point. I'll just try to make this as easy for you guys as possible. And we're just going to do a quick dry brush of that Dwarven Gold. And we're going to take some Ice Blue Dazzling Metallics. My wife bought this for me and it's just a nice little metallic color. And we're going to check our source material and just get these little spots that she has on this front thing that you guys are going to find out the name of for me. And we're going to take some Gravelord Grey, and this is just going to go on the hilt of her lightsaber. Now we're going to take some Livery Green and some white primer, and we're going to do our regular lightsaber thing here. So we're going to get it all green, we're going to add the white primer down near the base, and then we are going to take a little bit of a damp brush, a little bit of water, and we're going to blend those two colors together as they're still wet. And with that, Luminara is done, so let's move over to the Republic Commandos. So we're going to do an easy, fast, and effective paint job on these guys that looks good but doesn't take us a lot of time. So let's give them a spray of white. Then we are going to take some Battleship Grey and we're going to mix in some Speed Paint Medium. And this is going to go over the entire miniature except for the gun and the grenade he's holding. Now we want good even coverage of this. We want to get it into all the recesses, but we don't want it to pool too much on the flat surfaces. So we can just go through afterwards and just wick off some of this paint as we need to. We're going to take some dead white and a nice dry brush, and we're just going to go over the entire miniature. That gives us all the shading for our white, and then that section will be completely done. So the only issue with this process is now we have to be very careful to not get anything on that white. Because we used a dry brush and we used the Battleship Grey, it's going to be hard to paint white back over that, because this, after the dry brush, is not completely white. So now we just want to take our time and be careful. But it's not a ton of work. And we're going to check our reference material, and we're going to take some Occultist Cloak, and we're going to go into all of the creases and crevices here of where we can see the undersuit that they're wearing. And again, we just want to take our time and not get it on that white that we just did. And this entire section up here is also going to get that Occultist Cloak. He's also got two little spots on his helmet. Now we're going to take some Caribbean Ocean, and we're going to gently put this into the visor. This actually ends up working out really well for the colors that we want. And we're going to take some Gravelord Grey, and this is going all over his gun and also the grenade he is holding. And with that, our easy mode Republic Commandos are done. Luminara's done. Let's show them off. And I am super happy with how these Republic Commandos turned out. It's a really easy way to get these guys done and on the table, and it looks really good. To be honest, my camera's apparently not the best, because these actually look way better in person than they do on the camera. And here is Luminara. This is a lot of browns and brown tones to be working with. So like I said earlier, she was a bit of a challenge to paint. I was frustrated the whole time, but she turned out pretty good. I do like to show you guys when I mess up or when I'm not happy with something, because it's just, I think it's better for you to grow as a painter and probably as a person if you can show off your mistakes and talk about your mistakes. I don't feel like it's helpful from a teaching standpoint or even from a learning standpoint for me to just show you all the best things that I've done and all the great things that I've done. You should also see the mistakes, because as new painters, you guys are going to make a lot of mistakes. I do. I still do. I made tons. So I think it's helpful for everyone to see your mistakes, and I think that's how you grow as a painter. Ugh. Truth and honesty isn't funny, apparently. When you're trying to be sincere and honest and encouraging, it's not funny. It's just serious. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the YouTube stuff. You guys have a great day. Luminara. Luminara just sounds like a lighting store. Come on down to 457 McAfee Street to the Luminara depot. We've got lights. We've got lights and ceiling fans. We've got all sorts of spotlights. We've got... This is a bad commercial. Oh, I'm recording.